welcome to Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith, and welcome to the first part in a series on this channel where I'm going to be redoing my shelves. Yes, they are completely empty. Yes, the backing board on this one is gone. It's going to be very, very exciting. I pulled everything off. I'm going to insert some footage of that excitement. Did you enjoy that footage? Good. Yes, so I'm not 100% sure how many parts this is going to be in, but I do know that part 1 is going to be me doing a book purge, because I'll be honest, my shelves are at capacity and we are not currently planning to buy more shelves. Maybe that's a 2020 goal, to have a third bookshelf, but for now I think we're going to keep just the 2. So I need to do a bit of a get rid. So anyway, I'm going to go through this enormous pile of books behind me, and I'm going to go through and talk about the ones that I'm planning on getting rid of and the ones that I'm planning on keeping, and we'll edit that into some kind of sensible video nonsense. Here we go with a book purge. So my criteria for keeping or getting rid of a book is I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to look at it, obviously this one, and I think, am I going to reread this? And if the answer is maybe, then I'm going to have a think about whether I could get it from my local library if I really wanted to do that. If I need to own it anymore, I guess is my thinking. So this core design, obvious keep. I'm also going to be making a pile of books that are my wife's that I want to put on a separate shelf because I don't want them mixed in with my stuff, because I'm selfish like that, you know. Also, if the light is weird, I'm really sorry, it's very early in the morning. We're going to have a temporary maybe pile for now, and if it gets too high, well, we'll have to rethink it. See, this is the kind of thing, because I don't really read contemporary anymore, and I can get this in my local library if I do want to reread it or reference something in it, and it could go to a local charity shop and do better there. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Yay. First one in the donate/sell pile. This already feels like I've bitten off more than I can chew. I've talked before about how I'm gradually buying back all of the Edge Chronicles, and this is kind of where I've got to. I think I have the Winter Nights in hardback, which is somewhere in a pile back. But these are definitely keeps, because I'm definitely planning on rereading them. It was going to be my project after Animorphs was to do reviews of each of them, because I think they're really wonderful, and I've not read the next one's Cage Saga, I think. I've not read that, and I thought that would be quite cool to revisit them. But I'm never finishing Animorphs ever. It's getting very depressing, so we shall see if we get to that one. Oh, I don't know about this one. This was an ARC sent to me by Harper360. I should say, some of these books have been sent to me. It doesn't affect my opinions of them. I'm not showing them to you because I've been paid. I'm just showing you my shelves. I think this is on a maybe pile for now. Conjuring of Light, I am getting rid of, not because I don't like this book, because if you watched my Galantis video, which I will, if I remember, link above, then you'll know I bought the collector's edition. So now I own all the collector's editions, and I can happily give this away. At some point, I will do a dedicated video to this amazing sequel to 100 or More Dalmatians, The Starlight Barking. It is going to happen. I'm going to write it in my journal of things I want to do in 2020, and one of them is definitely put out that review. I'm not keen to reread this. Like, I'm not excited to get back to it and go like, oh, let's revisit that one. I think that's a sign, and I'm going to get rid of both of these Megan Spooner books. Not because I didn't enjoy them, but just because I'm not going to reread them. So the ARC is going to go either on Books for Trade or in the recycling, and Hunted is going to go to wherever I decide my paperback's going to go. Okay, that was good. We're on 3 books purged. See, some of these are difficult because it's sentimental value. This is a copy of The Winter's Tale that was my script when I did The Winter's Tale. So it's got like my highlights and my notes in, but it's quite a lot of stuff to keep for a show that was quite a long time ago now. I think that's going to go. I'm looking confused because I don't know whether it's my Harry Potters or not, but they're there. Another reason I'm redoing these shelves while we're sat holding Harry Potter books is that I think I'm going to mix my hardbacks and my paperbacks, which I've not typically done. I've typically had my hardbacks on the shelf and my paperbacks on the shelf, but I think it was making me not see what I had and making me less likely to reread series, because often they'd be chopped and changed, and also making me more likely to buy hardback editions of books that I had in paperback, which I just don't need. I don't need that. So if I have them together, I can see what I have, and it'll be fine. And one of those will be putting our Harry Potter books back together. This is another, I'm going to end up getting rid of quite a few Harbour 360 arcs. I've been on their list for a little while, and I think I just don't necessarily suit what they're publishing currently. It always feels a little bit lackluster. This is the sequel to, or not the sequel, this is another book from the author of Beyond Dark and Shore, which I did actually enjoy. I don't think I've kept that, but I did enjoy it. This I'm not going to reread. I can't remember very much about it. I think it had runes in it, maybe? No, this was the Freezy one. Yeah, no, I didn't suit me. So that can go in the ARC donation pile. This is another ARC. This was the latest book by Caroline Lawrence. I really love Caroline Lawrence. Her books were what got me into ancient history when I was younger. I read this, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing, but I think that's because I'm not a huge middle grade reader. I've read some middle grade I've really enjoyed, but this one was, it's just a little bit, it's a lot of education, and I think that's really good for a middle grade novel, but when you have an archaeology degree it feels a bit condescending. So that's going in the ARC donate pile. We've got 5 more paperback piles to go. Some of these we're just going to blast through. I think I'm going to have to go through these and talk about my favourites, and that can be the second part of this video. Okay. Go Lacey, go. We'll also have to talk about my these at some point. These are difficult. I talked about these in my most recent vlog, maybe? Did I do a vlog with these? I don't remember. But I reread, no I didn't, I read this, which Wild Savage Stars, the sequel to Sweet Black Waves, and I wasn't 100% set on it, but I did say in that video, I think I need to reread them. So these are staying not because I want to reread them, because I ought to reread them. And then if I still don't like them after that, they will go. What's this series called? Subtle Knife series? I'm not actually sure what these are called, but you know, The Knife of Never Letting Go. I read these, I thought they were good. I don't think I'm going to reread them, and that's a bummer because I bought them all at the same time and I bought them all new, and they all have black sprayed edges, and they're very pretty in a kind of anchory way. But I don't think I'm going to reread them. I'm going to put them in a pile of if Katie wants to keep them, then we can keep them. This copy of Stormcrow came with a fairy loot box. Yes, print of the fairy loot, presumably so they knew if people were selling them. I'm going to reread this. Have you seen the cover for the next one? It's kind of silly. I don't think I'm going to reread this. We're being brutal. It's a brutal cull. Am I going to reread this? So with this, I liked the first one. I in fact gave this 5 stars, but I gave the sequel like 3. It was really stupid and romance focused. Do I want to keep this until the next one's out? Or do I just want to read them? Do I need to own this is the question, and I don't think I need to own this. I now have this in hardback, so this can go. J. Christoph, I love you, but this book was not very good. I really, really love this. Another 5-star read. I don't think I'm going to reread it, so it's going in the pile. ARC, I also got sent a finished copy. I didn't like this book. I don't know why I've hung on to this. I think I maybe hung on to it for photos, but I'm done with it, not going to reread it. See, this is tricky because this, I met Joanne Harris at an event and got a few of her books signed, including this one, and I've got rid of the other one. This is going in the maybe pile because I can't decide. I'm struggling with some of these because some of them I'm like, oh, I would like to reread that, but it's really long and that'll throw off my reading for the year, next year. And I think that's a silly reason to not keep a book. So I'm going to keep Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which was one of the books I first read when I got back into reading, I guess. Let's keep it and we can always get rid of it in the next purge. Caged Queen. I have the 3rd one of this series on my TBR for November, but I didn't like this one, Oodles. Would I reread this? Would I reread the whole series? I might reread the whole series actually. See how the 3rd one goes. That's going in my maybe pile. Going in? Yes, keeping. Wicked Fox, I now have a finished copy of this. I hang on to both. Do I want to keep both? No. It's going in my ARC pile. This ARC I got at Yalk 2018, I think, and it's a really, really cute middle grade about a princess, and I really enjoyed it, but I don't know why I've hung onto it because I'm not going to reread this, and I'm not going to read the rest of the series. This was one of the Harper ones. I've mentioned Harper a few times now. I actually quite liked this. Do I want to reread it? Maybe. Let's go on the maybe pile. 2 more piles of paperbacks. They fell down. Am I going to read The Bells again? Am I going to read this again? Probably not. I was trying to keep these books in like a semblance of order, but that has totally failed, so now I'm going to have to spend ages alphabetising them again. We have 2 copies of Neverwhere, one of which is mine, one of which is Katie's. Actually, this is probably my mum's, let's be honest. I've probably stolen that from her. In which case... Right, put this to one side, check if my mum wants it back. Keep this one, even though I hate the cover, because it matches our set of Neil Gaiman, some of which I need to read still. One more pile of paperbacks. Am I going to reread The Goblin Emperor? It is really pretty. No, I'm not going to reread it. It was too dense. I now have a hardback edition of this. I think I'm going to get rid of the paperback. Can go to a better home. Am I going to reread the Grisha trilogy? I don't really like them. Or I didn't like them on a first read. We're trying to be brutal and we're not thinking about how much money we spent on things. These are gonna go. How to Train Your Dragon series. I need to still read these. This I had forgotten I had because I lent it to a friend and she gave it back to me and I don't remember anything that happened. I'm not over excited about it. I think this is gonna go. That's all the paperbacks. Woohoo! Yes. Let's move on to hardbacks. We've got 21 books paperbacks that I've got rid of, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in the maybe pile that we'll go to when we're done and we've sort of got into the swing of things. See, I said I had the winter nights. I wish I'd kept the dust jacket, but I was an annoying kid who didn't keep dust jackets on things because they were frustrating to read with. Do I want to keep Tangleweed and Brine? It's very nice. Kind of retellings. Am I a bit done with retellings? No, it has nice illustrations. I'm gonna keep this. No, I would reread this. I think I might reread it in bits. Let's keep that. But this, All the Ever Afters, is going. I don't want to reread this. I did a really, really strict hardback purge not that long ago, so I'm not anticipating having as many hardbacks to get rid of. That being said, I do have quite a lot of them. This is my prescription. I thought I lost this. My glasses prescription. There we go. Keep it if it's not been... Keep it and we'll see in the next purge. I think that's what we're going to do because it's really cute. These River Waves. No, I do want to reread this because I quite like to read the next one, I think. I don't think I'm going to reread this. I think this is the one... Is this the one where she's a... Yeah, she's a courier. It is really interesting and very cool. And this is the Fairy Loot edition. Yes, Fairy Loot edition with Sprayed Edges. I don't think I'm going to reread this. So, popping it on the don't keep pile. Another Fairy Loot book. Sometimes Fairy Loot just missed it for me and they kept being like, these books are amazing. And I'm like, are they though? Or did you get them for cheaper from the publisher? I'm just saying. This was a book about ninjas, I think was like what it was sold on. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not really sure why I kept... No, I didn't keep it. This was sent to a friend. That's why it's in this pile and it made it through the previous purge. So this is going. The rest of the Harry Potter books. Again, I've already run out of space. We're gonna have to just be shoving things left and right. Get me back in frame. The more I think about Angel Mage, the less I enjoyed it. But I don't know if that's because I was trying to read it so kind of quickly, and I wonder if a reread, knowing what's gonna happen and things, I'd actually enjoy elements of it more. So I'm gonna hang on to Angel Mage for now. I think I would have got rid of Girls of Paper and Fire, except that I've just read the sequel, and I thought the sequel, Girls of Storm and Shadow, was really, really good. So I'm going to hang on to this so I can reread the two. I mentioned Beyond Dark and Shore ages ago, when we were talking about Through the Whitewood. Do I want to reread? I don't know. I don't remember anything about this. Did I read this? No, I remember that font. I'm going to hang on to this because I don't remember anything about it and I feel bad about that. I just found a hardback of Sweetback Waves. I don't know where the paperback went. I think what I might do, which may seem counterintuitive, is not because I'm too lazy to go through that pile, because I have paperbacks of 2 of them. I'm going to get rid of the hardback so the paperbacks match. Bought this at Yelp because I like the cover. It was something of a whim. Then bought this online so that I could read both of them. Liked them both, thought they were good, don't think I'll reread them. So those are going in the go pile. This was my first ever Illumicrate box, actually. I think probably the only Illumicrate box I've purchased that wasn't the special edition Dark Dawn. I'm gonna keep this. I might reread this. Pop that down. Did I get rid of my paperback of State of Sorrow? See, this is the thing. If I put my paperbacks and my hardbacks together, then I'll be able to know what I have much better. Right, let's keep that for now because I like the dinky little paperback, hardback even. See, this is complicated. I have 2 copies of Priory of the Orange Tree, but the other one is my Goldsboro edition. I don't like lending that out, and we've lent this out to quite a few people. And while it is enormous, I might put this on my find another place for this. Maybe this can be on display. I don't know. It's a nice cover. Keeping this because I plan on keeping the other one, and that makes sense. This was actually, I picked up, I think in one of the places where you could like buy books and get an ARC for free, at Yalkin, again 2018, I picked up The Speaker, which is the sequel to The Reader, and then bought The Reader online, and I actually got rid of The Speaker because I like The Reader a lot more. I don't think I'm going to reread this though, but it is a really, really good book. If you've not looked into these, it's quite an interesting world in which not everyone can read, because reading is like magic, but what I really liked about it is she really explores what culture would be like if we didn't have reading, so like all the oral history, a history through dance, that kind of thing. It's good, but I'm not going to reread it, so it's going in the go pile. I'm going to keep this not because I want to reread it, but because I want to read the sequel, and if the sequel's phenomenal, it might change my opinion of this. So that's gonna stay. Oh, if you could see the mess around me. I'm not gonna get out of this room. This is my terrifying pile of Nevernight Chronicles. This is staying, obviously. Again, I might find a different place to put 2 of the copies of Dark Dawn, so I just have 3 of them stacked together. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just make it look like I have a problem, which I do. Excited for the second one of these. And this edition is pretty and it looks cool on my shelf. So gonna keep this to reread at some point. This is the last pile of hardbacks and I'm very excited about it. Do I want to read the 10,000 Doors of January? Everyone else loved it so much. Maybe I was missing out the first time I read it. I did like this, I just wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best book ever. I'll keep that. We'll think about it. Okay, no, if we're thinking about it, it can go on the maybe pile, because I've not got any hardbacks in the pile yet. This is gonna go. I liked it enough, I don't think I want to reread it, so that's gonna go. Let's go through the maybe pile quickly and be brutal. Am I gonna reread The Light Between Worlds? No, but I do have someone I want to lend it to, so I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Am I gonna reread Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear? Yes, I am. I'm just scared of them because they're long. Am I gonna keep The Creature Queen? Yes, because I decided I'm gonna reread all of them. Am I going to reread The Beckoning Shadow? No. Am I going to reread The 10,000 Doors of January? Probably. That felt very decisive. Let's look at what we've got rid of. We've got rid of 31. I say we. I've got rid of 31 books, which feels like a real achievement. It'll be interesting to see what my shelf space looks like when I've got all of these back. If you enjoyed me going through this pile of books and rambling a little bit, and hopefully this wasn't too long, because I'll edit out all of the blubble in the middle, then you should subscribe, you should like this video, you should share it, you should comment on it. I mean, you should do all of those things. And you should follow me on all of my socials. As I say, this will be a multiple part journey, and editing Judith, if you could stick up in like a cool like pow, pow, the next 2 videos possibly in this series that I have filmed the rest of today, that would be really helpful, because, and if you subscribe, you'll get to see them